Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Arkham Horror 2nd edition, where we're playing Tendrils from below and attempting to stop Nioghtha from taking over the world. And we're just about to start episode 11. First of all, apologies for the delay. It's been about a week or so, but I have been very busy at work, so I haven't had chance. But it's okay, because I'm here now. As regards the last episode, once again, no errors. Amazing! So we can crack on with episode 11. Just a quick thing. I did have some guy on. I had two guys on, actually, making comments about why it takes me so long to do a turn. 30 minutes for a 4-minute turn, I believe one of them said. Well, it takes that long because I want it to take that long. It's as simple as that. So, just a bit of a warning for anybody who's just tuning in. Yeah, if you don't like turns lasting about 20-25 minutes because I witter on a lot, then I suggest you stop watching. It's as easy as that, because I won't be changing anytime soon. And we'll carry on doing it my way. Thank you very much. Alright, so let's get on with episode 11 and the upkeep phase. And here we are at the upkeep phase. First things first, refresh cards. We do have fellow travellers to refresh because Sister Mary used it last turn. I don't think there is anything else. No, there isn't. So we could crack on with our first investigator for this turn, who is Rita Young here. Okay, she don't have to roll for a blessing or a retainer or anything like that because she hasn't got one. So, do we want to move any of her sliders? We do. We are going to move her speed down. She's in another world, so she doesn't need a lot of speed. She's going to use both her focus and move her speed down to 4, which will increase her sneak up to 3. Just in case we get ambushed by a monster, which, as you know, will be a Tendril of Nioghtha. And that'll just give us, you know, perhaps an opportunity to evade it. We'll probably end up having to fight it, but there you go. Okay, so that's it for her. And we'll move on to William Yorick, who is next door. He does have to roll because he is blessed. So he will roll for his blessing. Anything but a 1, please. And we get a 3. That is good enough. So he keeps his blessing. Is he going to change anything else around his sliders? No, he is not. So that is it for him. And we will move on to Wilson up here, who has also got to do a bit of rolling because he too has a blessing. So we'll roll for his blessing and he gets a 6. Brilliant. So he keeps his blessing. Is he going to change anything? No, he is not. So we will move across to Sister Mary, who has got a couple of things to roll for. First of all, her blessing. Come on. And she gets a 3, so she keeps a blessing. And she's also got to roll for her bank loan. And we need a 4 or better. We get a 6, so she doesn't have to pay $1 off her bank loan, which is excellent. And I don't think she is moving any of her sliders either. So that is it for the upkeep phase. Let us get on with the movement phase. And here we are at the movement phase. First up is Rita, and she's just going to move to the second part of Yuggoth. And that is it for her. So let's move on to William. And here we are with William. Now, he's got a movement of 3, but he's only going to move 2. He's going to move to Rivertown, and then he's going to move to French Hill, and we're going to leave him in the streets. Now, that's leaving him hanging a little bit, because we do have the werewolf knocking around, and we also have the wraith in the sky. But he's a big boy, and he's pretty tooled up, and he should be able to look after himself if the worst comes to the worst. You'll see why I've done that when we finish off the movement phase. Okay, so that is it for William. Next up is Wilson. And here we are with Wilson, who is in the library here at Miskatonic University. He has got 4 movement. He is going to go 1 to Miskatonic University, then 2 to French Hill, where he's going to trade with William. He's going to give William Find Gate. So William will take Find Gate. Then what's going to happen is Wilson is going to continue on down to the south side streets. Here, remember that the werewolf is elusive, so he doesn't have to evade it. He'd only have to try and evade it if he was looking to fight it, which is, you know, a bit weird. But yes, if you do an evasion check against a werewolf because it's elusive, it's when you're trying to find it in order to combat it. But we're not doing that because he's going to use his final movement point to go to South Church. So that is it for Wilson's movement. Next up, it is our final investigator and Sister Mary. And here we are with Sister Mary, who's up at the police station. So she's got 4 movement as well. She's going to go 1 to East Town, 2 to Rivertown, 3 to French Hill. And now you'll see why we kept him at French Hill, because he can trade again. And he's going to trade Find Gate to the lovely Sister Mary. So she will have an opportunity to come out of the gate early because she still has 1 movement point left, and she's going to use that to go into the witch house and try and get through that another dimension gate. Well, she is going to, but that won't be until the Arkham encounter phase. Speaking of which, it is now time for the Arkham encounter phase. And here we are at the Arkham encounter phase, and we are with William, but not for long because he is in a street location, so he will not be having an encounter. That means we can move along straight to Wilson, who is at South Church. And here we are with Wilson at South Church. Now, he could use the text encounter down here and bless somebody, but we're going to keep that in hand. He does have a gate trophy that he could use to do that, but I don't think there is any reason to bless Rita just yet. She does have an elder sign with which to seal her gate. So what we'll do is we'll keep it in hand because I want to make sure that Sister Mary is still blessed when she comes to close her gate. So we won't use it straight away. What we'll do is we'll have a normal encounter at South Church. Again, this is one of the encounters you don't often see. Normally you either do the text encounter or whatever. I mean, the other thing that he could do is he could do an odd job for $1. But you know what, let's just see if we can't have a look at one of these encounters that we don't often do. Oh, that's upside down, so we'll shuffle it the right way up, then we'll do a cut, and we'll see what encounter we get at South Church. So, noticing you eyeing the holy water, Father Michael tells you, take what you need, my child. You may search the unique item deck for a holy water card and take it. Well, we may as well. So, there we go. A nice encounter for Wilson for a change. So, let me just dig out holy water. Won't be a moment. There's one. So, there's one there. And then we'll just give these a quick shuffle. And another cut. There we go. So he's got some holy water. Always comes in useful. So, because it's a magical weapon, if I can pick it up off the board, that is. So we'll put that onto his player tray. Okay, so that's Wilson. He's had an encounter at South Church. Next up is Sister Mary, who's up at the witch house. And here we are with Sister Mary, who's at the witch house. But there is a gate there, another dimension. So what we're going to do is we're going to take her, she's going to go through the gate, and she's going to go to the first part of another dimension. We will see her shortly in the other world encounter phase, but that's after we have visited Rita, who is in Yuggoth. here we are at the other world encounter phase with Rita. So we're going to need this because she's going to be having an encounter in Yuggoth, which is a blue or a yellow gate card. So let's dig these out. Won't be a moment. Come on. Right, there we go. So here's the gate deck. We'll just give it a cut because I'm lent over. I don't want to be shuffling and drop them. Alright, so we're looking for, what is it, a blue or a yellow? That's a green. That's a blue. Oh, and we've got Yuggoth as well, which is exposure and fear weaken your mind. Pass a will -2 check. Dun, dun, dun. Can we see that? We can. So she isn't blessed either. Her will is 1. So, we could spend her single clue, and we're going to have to do that, aren't we? So, because it's a -2, she would have no dice and automatically fail. Remember, this is an Eldritch Horror, it's Arkham Horror 2nd edition, so you can get a situation where you don't roll any dice at all, but you do get a die roll if you spend a clue. So she's going to spend her single clue, and she's going to have a single die roll to try and pass. So we need a 5 or a 6, we need a Catweazle special, and it's missed. Come on, get it in the bloody thing. We get a 1, so we failed anyway. No! So, probably something horrible to a sanity is going to happen. Or you must either lose 2 spells of your choice, or lose 2 sanity. I don't think she's got any spells, has she? Oh, she has Flesh Ward, but she's only got 1. Ugh. I don't think... Yeah, it's either lose 2 spells or lose 2 sanity. I don't think we can lose 1 spell and 1 sanity. So she's got to lose 2 sanity. And that's going to put her down to a single sanity. So, no! But she should be coming out next turn. Hopefully. Right, so that wasn't brilliant. But, yep, she survived. So let's carry on and let's move on to Sister Mary. And here we are with Sister Mary. Now, she's in another dimension, so it's any card. So what we'll do is we'll pick up the deck again and we'll give it a quick cut again. And it's just whatever this card is because it's any colour. And it's a yellow. Yuggoth, the Dreamlands or other. It's going to be other. A ripple in the air passes over you. Pass a law -1 check. A law -1 check. A law's pretty good, I think. It is 4, so she's going to get 3 blessed dice. So hopefully she'll pass this. If I can find me shaker. There it is. And yes, she gets 2 successes. So we have passed. And pass a law -1 check or lose 1 spell of your choice as it is burned from your mind. Well, we passed. So we don't have to lose a spell. And she had a much better encounter than poor old Rita did. So, brilliant. And remember, she now has Find Gate, which is excellent. Okay. Righty-ho. So that is it for her. That is it for the other world encounter phase. That means, oh yes, it's the laugh and the chuckle phase. And here we are at the laugh and chuckle phase, which means we need a laugh and chuckle card. So, whoop, we don't need 1, we don't need 2. Righty, let's have a look. Big storm sweeps Arkham. Woo! Righto, so we get a, what is it? A gate independent square, except we don't because it's sealed. Woohoo! A clue appears at the unnameable. So we'll pop a clue out there. There we go. So we've got, what is it, 3 clues on the board. Then we have monster movement, and oh, that's not what we wanted. William, sorry mate, we've got crescent monster movement, we've got 2 crescent monsters. Right, so it moves on white. Oh, that's not too bad. Well, it's not as bad as it could be, let's put it that way. Moves on white, the werewolf, as a fast monster, but French Hill, that's black. So he's actually going to move to Uptown, and then he's going to move up to Miskatonic University. So that was quite lucky. He's managed to avoid that. But what he hasn't avoided is, unfortunately, the Wraith. He's going to swoop up into the sky, and oh look, somebody's in the streets. So that is poor old William, I'm afraid. So it's going to land right next to him. I'm just going to check whether we have to fight it now. I don't think we do. I think we have to fight it in the next movement phase, but I'll just check that. Yes, that's correct. He'll have to either evade it or try and fight it during the movement phase of next turn. I think he'll probably end up fighting it, actually. He's quite, as I say, he's pretty tooled up. So, and he's only got to deal with that one. Fortunately, the werewolf ran off in the other direction, which is good news for him. Okay, so back to the card. Let's pick it up. And so we've done monster movement. So now we go to it's a headline. Big storm sweeps Arkham. All monsters in the sky and outskirts are returned to the cup. Oh, the timing just works against us. Yeah, the Wraith is no longer in the sky. Because it's down in the streets, it's not affected. So we don't get rid of it. But we do get rid of these two in the outskirts. So what is it? A Proto-Shoggoth and a Shoggoth. Yep. These end up going back to the cup. And I think these are Monster Surge monsters. Yes, they are. So they go back in the big bag. They don't go in the Earthbound cup. So we'll get rid of those. And yes. So we can get rid of that particular Mythos card. Okay, how did we go on? Again, fine. We're still well on course for winning this game. That said, it's getting a bit close in one respect, because poor old Rita has got one single sanity left. That is all. So, now she did have Flesh Ward, but that doesn't help you with sanity. So, unfortunately, she's got a single sanity left, but she's coming out next turn. So, we're going to have a bit of a problem, because in order to use the Elder Sign, which is here, we need to lose a stamina and a sanity. Yeah. So I'm going to have to check up on that, whether she will be able to spend it and then go nuts. Because that just means she goes up to the Bank of Arkham. She goes up to Arkham Asylum. But I've just got to make sure that she can spend it and use the Elder Sign. If she can't, we're going to have to think up something pretty quickly. Because she's not going to be able to use the Elder Sign as it stands. And we'll have to figure out some way to get some sanity into her. But yeah, we're going to struggle. That is pretty bad news, actually. Yeah. We might, in fact it may have done for us. I'm going to have to check. Okay, I'm back, I've checked. Yes, we can use it. She will go insane, but the fact that she's actually got enough stamina and enough sanity to actually kick it off and start the actual ritual of using the Elder Sign is enough. She goes insane doing it, she will end up in Arkham Asylum and get a Madness card, but you know what? It'll be the 5th gate seal. It is well worth it, so that's what we'll do. Foo! Thank God for that. Okay, right, so that's the plan with her. So she's going to sacrifice her sanity to hopefully close and seal that gate next turn. And we may be able to win the game next turn because Sister Mary now has Find Gate. So if she can use Find Gate during the movement phase and get back to the Witch House in the Arkham Encounter phase, she will also be able to have an attempt at trying to shut that other dimension gate. So we could possibly win next turn. Yeah, the Wraith with William, so what? So I think he's got enough to take it out anyway. But even if he gets beat up or whatever, we're still pretty close to winning the game. So I think that'll be okay. Wilson, yes, he's just on blessing watch. So if Sister Mary loses her blessing and her reroll doesn't work because of her personal story, then Wilson will be going before her anyway, because William Yorick will be our first player next turn. So Wilson will have an opportunity in the Arkham encounter phase to actually re-bless her. Because remember, Sister Mary is going to have to make a law roll. I think it's a law roll she's going to do. Yeah, she'll be making a law roll to close the gate. And if she succeeds, she will spend 5 clue tokens to seal it, and we will win the game. So that's the plan. Before I carry on whittering on, there's something I have forgotten. I've just spotted it. The Southside Strangler is going to strike because we haven't got rid of that rumour. So some poor unfortunate is going to get choked to death. So who will it be? It is going to be... oh, poor old Ryan. So Ryan Dean gets choked to death in the Southside streets. Bit of a downer. He gets to go to the morgue with Billy Brinton, who's already in there, and the Southside Strangler has struck. So I think that is it now. Yep, that's it. Hopefully we'll be able to win this next turn, now that we know that Rita will be able to go bonkers and use her Elder Sign, and that's okay. So yes, good turn all round. Brilliant. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the views, for all the subscriptions, and for all the help and support, as well as the usual likes and dislikes. Thank you very much. And thanks to everybody who have gone across to Board Game Links to upvote the site, or to Board Game Geek to like the video threads over there and make a comment over there, drop Geek Gold, anything like that. Thank you. And yes, if I've made any errors, I've checked up on a few things, so I think we're fine, but I could have made an error somewhere. So please let me know if I have, and if I can fix it, I will. I shall do that next turn, and we'll crack on from there, should I make a mistake. Alright, I think that is pretty much everything. Oh yes, thanks to everybody on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, things like that. Thank you to you as well. Don't want to forget you guys. And yes, that is it for episode 11. I hope you join me for episode 12. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.